This is the La Extinct Grande, and in this video we're going to be starting over as a noob to a pro with the La Extinct Grande. Make sure you watch them because we do a bit of trolling with the Brainrot. So this is the La Extinct Grande, and it is actually a secret that you could only get from a limited time event, which has actually unfortunately ended. I'm not sure if they're going to be bringing it back or if they're going to do a different one, but we're going to be starting over with this unobtainable secret. So we're going to be getting to rebirth 10. So let's go ahead and buy the Nubanini Pizza Nini. So the brainrots that we're going to need for the rebirth is Trippy Troppy and a Gangster Futera. So let's go ahead and find them. So rebirthing is actually going to be really easy because of the, and there we go, we have the Gangster Futera. So it is actually going to be really easy to rebirth because this brainrot generates a lot of money, so it's not going to be an issue. The only issue we're going to have is actually getting the brainrots to rebirth. So now we only need to find a Trippy Troppy. Let's go ahead and wait for one to spawn. I actually really hope they do more limited time secrets like this because that event was actually really fun to play in. It was kind of hard to get though because he didn't spawn. It was kind of hard to get though because he only spawned 3 extincts. So the way you got the La Extinct Grande was from putting 3 extinct brainrots in here at the extinct event guy. You actually used to be able to talk to him and put the 3 extinct brainrots that you got from the event inside his dialogue, and then you will be able to spawn the La Extinct Grande. What was actually interesting about the event, it had a limited stock of 500,000, so only a few people got it, and there we go, a Trippy Troppy has spawned. Let's go ahead and buy it, and we actually cannot buy it, so we have to go claim the money from the La Extinct Grande, which is actually going to be a lie. So we have collected the money. Let's go ahead and buy the Trippy Troppy, and we bought the Trippy Troppy. So we're going to go ahead and store the La Extinct Grande, and we're going to go ahead and rebirth. So we actually got the Gangster Futera, so we're going to go ahead and rebirth. We have moved the La Grande extinct, so now we're rebirth 2. The next brainrots that we're going to need is the Bonica and the Bird Patapin. We're going to go ahead and move the La Grande extinct once again. So we need 3 million. Okay, let's go ahead and find the Bonica and Balabu and the Bird Patapin. So this should be pretty easy to get. They aren't actually rare. So there we go. We have the Bird Patapin. So I need 10k to buy this. Let's go ahead and collect the money from the La Grande extinct. So we have collected the money. Let's go ahead and buy the Bird Patapin now. And the next one we're going to need is the Bonica and Balabu. So the Bonica is actually the easier one to get out of them. So we're just going to go ahead and wait here at the spawn, and they should be spawning pretty soon. So it's looking like a Bonica hasn't spawned yet, which is kind of weird. Oh, and there we go. And there we go. A Bonica has spawned. Let's go ahead and buy it. And we should be able to rebirth as soon as we move the La Grande extinct once again. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and rebirth. We have both the Bird Patapim and the Bonica Ambalabu. This is our second rebirth. Let's go ahead and rebirth. So the next ones we're going to need is Truly Mero, Truly China, and the Chimpanzini Banani. So we're going to go ahead and find them. Actually, we're going to take the La Grande extinct back. So we are taking the La Grande extinct back to our base so we can find the money for the next rebirth. So let's go ahead and collect the money. So we're going to be needing 12 million. Okay, so we need the Truly Mero, Truly China, and the Chimpanzini Bananini. Let's look for the Truly Mero, Truly China. I actually do not see one on the conveyor as of the moment. We're just going to be waiting at the spawn for them to be here. So we're just going to be waiting for them to spawn right here. We're not going to be moving. So the Chimpanzini Bananini is actually a legendary, and the Truly Mero, Truly China is an epic, I'm pretty sure, or a rare. We're just going to be waiting to find out which one is going to spawn first. So while we're waiting for them to spawn, let's go ahead and see how much our La Grande extinct has generated. And actually, it has generated 7 billion. That is insane. Let's go ahead and wait and see if the Truly Mero, Truly China has spawned or the Chimpanzini Bananini. And it looks like none of them have spawned so far. So we're just going to be doing a bit more waiting. And it looks like a legendary has actually spawned, but we do not need this for the rebirth. What we do need is a Chimpanzini Bananini and a Truly Mero, Truly China. Hopefully they spawn pretty soon. So the Chimpanzini Bananini has actually spawned before the Truly Mero, Truly China, which is kind of crazy because this is a legendary. So we're just going to be waiting for the Truly Mero, Truly China, and another Chimpanzini Bananini has actually spawned. That is insane. So I'm actually having a difficult time finding the Truly Mero, Truly China. We might have to go steal it instead of waiting for it because it is kind of rare, as I'm finding out now. For some reason we have 2 Chimpanzini Bananinis but not a single Truly Mero, Truly China. That is actually unfortunate. Hopefully spawn soon before we have to go steal it from somebody. And there we go, the Truly Mero, Truly China has actually spawned, which is an epic. So we got 2 legendaries before we could get an epic. That is actually crazy. And this one's a gold one too. So let's collect the money from the La Grande extinct and the Chimpanzini Bananini, and let's look at the rebirth. So we're gonna need 12 million, which we have 19 billion. So let's go ahead and move the La Grande extinct once again, and we're gonna be rebirthing to rebirth 3. So now we're going to be rebirthing to rebirth 3. So let's go ahead and see. We need a Chef Crabacadabra and a Global Futodrillo. So let's go ahead and find those, or actually steal them because they're both legendaries, I'm pretty sure. So it's gonna be a bit hard to find them, but we're gonna go ahead and do it. So we have actually found the Global Futodrillo we have moved the La Grande Extinct back to our base. So we're gonna go ahead and collect the global Fruto de Lo. And we're gonna go wait for the chef Crabacadabra to spawn. We're just gonna be waiting here for it to spawn. After we start getting mythics for rebirths, we're gonna go and steal them because there is no way I'm gonna get them from the conveyor belt. So the chef Crabacadabra has actually spawned. Let's go ahead and buy it. And that marks our next rebirth. So we're gonna go ahead and claim the money from the Extinct Grande just in case. But we should have the money, yep. And we need a 35 million for the next rebirth. The chef Crabacadabra and the global Fruto de Lo. So let's go ahead and move the Extinct Grande to the other account. So we have both the chef Crabacadabra and the global Fruto de Lo. Let's go ahead and rebirth. That is our fourth rebirth, I'm pretty sure. So now we're going to need the Frigo Camelo and the Orangutini and Assassini. So let's go ahead and steal the La Grande Extinct back. So we have gone ahead and stolen the La Extinct Grande back. Let's go ahead and claim the money. So the money we're going to be needing to rebirth, we actually have already got it. It's 100 million and we need an Orangutini and Assassini. So we're just going to be stealing them or actually finding them if we get lucky enough. The Frigo Camelo is a mythic as well. So for the Orangutini and Assassini and the Frigo Camelo, I think we're most likely going to be stealing them because I do not think I will be getting them from the conveyor belt because they're both mythics. So we have actually found the Orangutini and an Assassini. It actually took quite a while. So now we're going to be needing a Frigo Camelo. So I'm just going to be AFKing for that, and as soon as we hit this rebirth, we're going to be stealing the next brainrots that we need for the rebirths because I'm bored of sitting here on the conveyor belt. So we're going to go ahead and collect the final Frigo Camelo that we need, and then we're just going to go steal them. So we actually found the Frigo Camelo. Let's go ahead and buy it. And at last we can rebirth. We have both the Orangutini and Assassini and the Frigo Camelo, and we should have enough money. Let's check how much we need. We need 100 million to rebirth, so we have both of the brands that we need. We caught a Bombardino Crocodilo actually for the future rebirth, and I'm pretty sure I caught one more. It might have been and I actually didn't buy it. So let's go ahead and move the Bombardino Crocodilo because we're gonna need it for a future rebirth. First, I'm going to be moving this Bombardino Crocodilo over to my other account so I can use it for the next rebirth. And also the Giraffa Celestial, which I'm going to be needing for a future rebirth as well. So let's go ahead and move them, and I'll be back to rebirth as soon as I've done that. So we have moved the Giraffa Celestial and the Bombardino Crocodilo over to my other account. Let's go ahead and rebirth and see what the next brainrots are going to be. So that is actually perfect. Next, we're going to be needing the Bombardino Crocodilo. So let's go and pick it up and pick up the La Grande Extinct. So we are moving the Bombardino Crocodilo over. And now I'm going to pick up the La Extinct Grande so I can get the money. So we should have the money in about now. So we collected the money. We have enough money to rebirth. Let's go ahead and move it back to the other account. So we have moved the account. So let's go ahead and rebirth and let's see which one we need next. So we actually have Bombombini Gusini already because I've caught it while I was hunting for the other ones. So I'm going to be moving this from my other account to this account, and then I'm going to go steal the next brainrot that we're going to need for the next rebirth. So for this rebirth, we're going to need 1 billion and the Bombombini Gusini, which we have, and the 1 billion has already built up from the La Extinct Grande. So we're gonna go ahead and collect it. We're gonna move this over to the other account once again, and then we're gonna go ahead and rebirth. So we can go ahead and rebirth. We have the 1 billion and the Bombini Gusini, and we actually get the Quantum Cloner and the Ulcine Sentry. So this is gonna be good for later because we're gonna defend our base with it, and we can actually use a Quantum Cloner to get inside other people's bases. So let's go ahead and rebirth, and that marks our 7th rebirth. So we're gonna be going for another 3 or 4 more rebirths depending on how hard the brainrots are to find for the rebirths. So let's go ahead and grind some more. So the next brainrot I'm going to be needing is the sahur. So we're going to go ahead and look for it. So the next rewards are going to be the Rainbow Wrath Sword, which is actually really good for combat. It actually knocks people away so you can steal their brainrots. The Nuclear Slap, which isn't that good to be honest, and another slot. Obviously the cash multiplier. We get 1 million cash off spawn on the next rebirth. So let's go ahead and look for a sahur. So we have actually found a sahur, and we have picked up the La Extinct Grande once again. The money this makes is actually insane. We are already at 2.6 billion, and we need 5 billion to rebirth, which is not going to be a problem at all because we're getting closer by the second. Any second now, we should have 5 billion ready to rebirth. So we are at 4.8 billion. So we can claim the money from the La Extinct Grande and rebirth as soon as I move it over over to the other account once again. So we have moved the La Extinct Grande once again to the other account, and now we can go ahead and rebirth. So we have the money to rebirth 5 billion. So we have rebirth, and the next brainrot that we're gonna need is a Cocofanto Elefanto. So this is actually gonna be kind of hard to obtain because I've heard it's really rare. I think it is a brainrot god if I'm not making a mistake. So on the next rebirth, we get the laser kit, the galaxy slab, another slot, and a money multiplier once again. So we're gonna go ahead and try and steal a Cocofanto Elefanto, or we're actually just gonna find it. We're gonna see how it goes. So we have actually found a Cocofanto Elefanto from the conveyor belt. So we're just gonna go ahead and collect the money. I'm pretty sure that is enough for us to rebirth. Okay, so we have 25 billion. That is how much we need exactly to rebirth. We can get the laser cape now and the galaxy slab. So let's go ahead and move the La Extinct Grande back to the other account and rebirth with the Cocofanto Elefanto. So now we can just go ahead and rebirth using the Cocofanto Elefanto. We have gathered all the money that we need. So let's go ahead and rebirth now. So the next one we're gonna need is actually the Giraffa Celestra, which if you remember, we actually caught one while looking for other brainrots. So we can go ahead and use that one that we found to rebirth now. The only thing we're gonna need is a 250 billion, and we can get that very easily with the La Extinct Grande. So let's go ahead and pick it up and get the money for the rebirth. So we have collected the La Extinct Grande and the Giraffa Celestra. So we're actually gonna need quite a lot of money. So I will be AFKing in my base until we can rebirth. So the next items we're gonna be getting is a body swap potion and the glitched slab and a 9 times money multiplier. So we're just gonna be waiting for the money to hit our account, and we're gonna be right back as soon as we have the money to rebirth. So we actually do have the money to rebirth now. We have AFK for like 10 minutes or a bit more, actually, it might have been 15. So we're gonna go ahead and rebirth as soon as we move this back to the other account. So we have moved the La Extinct Grande back to the other account. So we're gonna go ahead and rebirth and see which one we need next. So the next one we're gonna need is a Tralala Tralala, and we're gonna need $1 trillion. So let's join a public server and go steal the Tralala Tralala from someone. So we have actually spotted someone with the Tralala Tralala. Let's go see when his base is gonna open up. This guy actually has a lot of stuff. He has a job sahur as well. We're gonna try and take a lot of his stuff. He seems to have spotted me, so let's go hide behind his base. He seems to be defending his base. He's gonna go inside and lock it, so we're gonna go inside too. Let's go ahead and steal the Tralala Tralala. So we're gonna go ahead and steal it, and he actually canceled our steal by body swapping with us. So let's go ahead and seal it again because he didn't lock his base. I'm not sure if he actually knows how to lock his base. Is that the base owner? So we actually managed to steal the Tralala Tralala. Let's go ahead and put it in our base. What is happening? Okay, let's go lock our base. So we have actually obtained the Tralala Tralala. We have officially stolen it. Let's go ahead. So let us go get the La Extinct Grande back so we can get the money for the next rebirth. It's gonna be 1 trillion, so we're gonna have to do a bit of AFK for the money. Actually, I am gonna check out her base to see if she has anything more we can steal. So it looks like this is the only thing that's left. Maybe we can steal the job sahur that guy stole. We can steal it back. So maybe we can actually find the job sahur that was stolen from them. So it looks like we're not gonna be able to find the job sahur that was stolen from them since they seem to have left the game. So we're gonna keep looking for some more brainrots before we rebirth. Okay, so since it looks like nobody here has anything good, we're gonna go ahead and get the La Extinct Grande back so we can rebirth. So we're actually here with the La Extinct Grande and the Tralala Tralala. So we're gonna be needing $1 trillion to get the next rebirth. So now what we're gonna do is just simply AFK for the 1 trillion, and then right after that we're gonna be doing some trolling with the La Extinct Grande. So make sure you stick. So make sure you keep watching. So we've actually got the money. We've moved the La Extinct. So we've actually got the money. We've moved the La Extinct Grande back to the other account, and now we're just gonna be rebirthing 1 trillion down the drain for the next rebirth. That is 11 rebirths, and now we're just gonna do a bit of trolling with the La Extinct Grande in a public server. So we're gonna put it in our base and see how many people try to steal it off of us. So now we have the La Extinct Grande in our base, and now we're gonna join public servers to see how many people try and take it off of us. So we have joined the public, and now we're just going to be waiting for somebody to take the La Extinct Grande. We're gonna be leaving our base unlocked. In 13 seconds it's gonna be unlocked. We're just gonna wait here with the invisibility cloak and see if somebody tries to steal it. We're gonna be letting them go like halfway maybe, and then we're gonna be hitting the La Extinct Grande off of them. So let's see if somebody tries stealing it. So I actually hope we can catch them before they bring it to their base, because I do not want to lose the La Extinct Grande. That would be really unfortunate. OMG, La Grande, OMG. So we're actually gonna bait them to our base using this method. Oh, look at it. Victim number 1, victim number 2. So let's go ahead and hit them. So we're gonna let them. So we're just gonna go ahead and hit them. So they're trying really badly to get it, and they're failing miserably. Let's hit it off of them. On it looks like I'm getting flashbang. They keep trying trying to get it. So we're just gonna keep hitting him off of it. Let's go ahead and hit him. They're trying really, really hard. Let's lock our base. There's no hope of them getting it. They're trying so hard. So we're just gonna keep hitting him off the La Grande extinct. Let's go ahead and hit him once again. So let's go ahead and keep hitting him. So it looks like they're actually not gonna manage to get it. I want to know when they're gonna reset. Are they even gonna give up on taking it? Don't think they want to give up on taking the La Extinct Grande. It's looking bad. So they're trying really hard to get the La Extinct Grande, which they won't be able to get because we're just gonna keep defending it. We're just gonna keep defending the La Extinct Grande now so they don't actually take it. We did some trolling with it, but it's time to hang it up. So we're just gonna trap them inside the base and keep hitting them. I don't know when they're actually gonna give up. I don't think they're planning to give up. This guy really wants it. He seems to be really hungry for this. Let's go ahead and hit him again. So I'm gonna be hitting him off of it again. Look at them. They're so desperate to get it. So we're just gonna hit it off of him once again. So let's hit them again and again. So my base is gonna be opening up in 80 seconds. They have no chance of getting it. Let's go ahead and hit them once again and again. So we're actually fighting an all-out war inside my base for the La Extinct Grande. I do not think they're actually gonna manage to get it, but we should be playing safe so they don't actually take it. We're just gonna keep hitting them off of it. So my base is gonna be opening up in 50 seconds. Let's go ahead and keep hitting them. Let me whack them with the slap too. So it seems like the guys actually left the base. So I think we're actually gonna stop before they actually take our stuff. I don't think they're actually gonna manage to get the La Extinct Grande, but just to make sure, we're gonna go ahead and leave once we hit it off of them once again. So it looks like he's actually picked it up. Let's go ahead and hit him off of it. So he's actually frozen us. So after we hit him one more time, we're gonna go ahead and leave the game so they don't actually take our La Extinct Grande. So let's go ahead and hit him once again, and he's been hit, and it's time to leave.